Hey, you guys, it's Denise Walsh here. I am doing a pop live today because it's the last day to sign up for a 90-day U-turn. And I want to tell you exactly why I think this is the perfect next step for you in reaching your goals in 2024. In fact, I have a new favorite quote. Let me share it. Hold on, I pulled it up so I could get it right. While I'm finding that, if you could share your name, where you're from, and what your big goal for 2024 is. Is it health? Is it wealth? Is it relationships? What are you working towards creating momentum in this next year? Okay. So my new favorite quote is by French philosopher Blaise Pascal. And he says, all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Now, why do I think that is fascinating? Because I think it's true. Part of the reason why I think it's true, let me know what your thoughts are about that quote in the comments. Most of the clients that I work with are living in monkey mind. They're living in their head. So it's multitasking, it's chronic stress, it's constant fight or flight mode. It's looking outside of ourselves for validation. It is kind of go, doing the things you think you should be doing rather than doing the things your heart is calling you to do. And so we kind of pride ourselves in this nation for being super busy and wearing all these hats and being super mom or whatever the case may be, right? And so when we spend years and maybe even decades living in this chronic stress, fight or flight mode, we get so used to multiple plates. We get used to being super busy. We get used to going, that when we have time alone, we can either think it's a waste. We can think this is like, I got to do something. Or we can, how many of us can actually sit and meditate for 5 minutes? Like just close our eyes, take deep breaths. Like how many of us can actually do that? And so we don't develop the skill to hear from our heart because we're constantly living in our head. We're constantly in monkey mind, in fight or flight mode, kind of bouncing from one thing to another. Now, if you put on negativity, anxiety, fear, depression, relationship stress, trauma into the mix, not only are you living in fight or flight mode, kind of in freak out mode all the time, but there's a negative spin to it. And so the automatic thinking goes to the worst case scenario, black and white thinking. There's a lot of thought traps that get in our way, and we're monkey minding it like all the way to the worst case scenario all the time. And then we're living in that emotion. And so what we do in 90-day U-turn is we, number one, recognize that. Number two, we take it captive and learn how to shift and change our thoughts. And number three, we learn how to live and reconnect with our heart space, where we're able to say, okay, in order to do, I need to be sure it connects and aligns with who I be. And so we spend some time getting out of monkey mind and into our heart space so we can take that consistent action. The reality is, you guys, is if this were easy, we would already be there. But our society, engineers us kind of to live in this busyness and doesn't teach us how to be more intentional, thoughtful, and connective. And that's why we get to create intention to do it ourselves. So in 90-day U-turn, you're not only going to learn the skills of the Dream Life pathway, you're going to have time to practice them consistently. So you retrain your thought habits, you retrain your nervous system to get out of fight or flight mode and live in rest and digest and reconnect with what your soul needs. This is why there's so many aha moments throughout the training. This is why, as I say, once you're in alignment, the how starts to show up for you. In 3 months, like so much can happen for those who actually participate. Because guys, 3 months will go by and you'll probably be in the exact same place, right? Your business will be in the same place. Your leadership skills will be in the same place. Your parenting will be in the same place. Your health, most of the time, like it's all the same unless we do something different. And that's where 90-day U-turn comes in. I call it a loving kick in the right direction. And it's all my favorite psychology skills, exercises, success principles, quantum physics, universal laws, like all this stuff really woven in together to give you an exact path to follow. So I'd love to hear from you. Where are you from? Are you on the replay crew? Are you listening live? And what do you think about the quote, all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone? Now, I would be interested. I don't know much about Pascal, although I've heard him before. I wonder what year this was, but I think it's a really interesting conversation to have because silence is an important part of reconnection. And we just don't get that if we don't create it, right? All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This is my pop thought moment of the day. Put any thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you guys later.